Hello, potato. A few weeks back, I tried these Members Mark pumpkin-flavored tortilla chips made with cinnamon and sugar. And they were okay. They were interesting that they weren't like pumpkin spice. They actually have pumpkin in them. And also, they weren't nearly as like sugary and cinnamony as I thought they would be. They were actually, they were okay. And they still are. And I believe the conclusion I came to in that video is, ultimately, they need some sort of a dip. And I have, in the meantime, been looking kind of halfway looking for like recipes. It's not a priority, but if something came up, we would try it. Well, something came up. I found this from La Terra Fina, not La Terra Firma, that's what I read it as originally. La Terra Fina. We have pumpkin spice dessert dip limited edition. So I should have bought two to keep one mint in package, but I did not. We just bought the one. And this is I'm not a pumpkin spice person. I'm a pumpkin pie person, like the pumpkin patch shake from Shake Shack I quite liked. But I thought, well, this is worth giving a try. The main ingredient is with a Neuchâtel cheese. I have no idea how to pronounce that, and that's probably not the way you do. It's Neuchâtel cheese, pumpkin puree, Greek yogurt, cane sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, allspice. So basically, it should be a pumpkin pie dip. And I thought, what better to complement our pumpkin-flavored tortilla chips than a pumpkin-flavored dip? They should go well together, correct? But just in case they don't, I have a backup. I have these from Tostito's Scary Strips. No colors from artificial sources. They're for a limited time only. Now, they suggest having these with avocado salsa, and I suggest they can stick that idea where the sun doesn't shine, because avocados are not my thing. And there's nothing really to say about it on the back other than no artificial flavors, no colors from artificial sources, no MSG, and there's instructions for making your own pumpkin dip. But you know what? We're good. We got our own pumpkin dip right here. Now you might think looking at these, they're called Scary Strips, so maybe they'd be like ghost shapes. No, they're just strips. Maybe, looking at them, maybe they're pumpkin flavored, or they look like nacho cheese. But as far as I can tell, these are going to just be plain tortilla chips that are bright orange for your Halloween party. And the ingredients are actually fairly simple for an American item. Corn, vegetable oil, salt, and annatto extract, so that would be where the color is coming from. And isn't annatto that bug? We've run into that before. I remember I looked up annatto in the past from something else that it was in, but I don't remember what. Let me take a look. Oh, no, it's not the bug. It is from the seed of the achiote tree. So we're good if you're like bug phobic. We're not running into that here. So I thought, just in case these don't mesh well, maybe just some Scary Strips will do well. Plus, since I really don't think they're flavored, they really don't deserve a video all by themselves. So we'll try them with our La Terra Fina pumpkin spice dessert dip. So let's crack it. It's a cheese-based dip. How can you go wrong? Let's pull off our plastic seal. If it'll come off in one piece, that would be very nice. And it does! Yay! And it's a little stuck on the lid here. So let's just try some of that on its own. Let's give it a sniff first. Smells like Greek yogurt. That is exactly what it smells like, is the Greek yogurt. A little cheesy. I'm getting like a little bit of like almost a cheesecakey kind of smell too. Nothing repulsive. Let's give it a taste. Not bad. My first thought is almost like a pumpkin pie cheesecake, but then the spice hits you. The pumpkin pie spice that's in there hits you, and it's not like spicy or anything, but it's a very strong flavor that comes in after the initial cheese and yogurt flavor. So yeah, I like that. That is actually pretty good for a pumpkin spice item. And I'm not a pumpkin spice person. For a pumpkin spice item, that is actually quite good. If it were going to take me the entire month of October to get through this little tub here, I would probably buy it again. Now let's try it with our pumpkin flavored tortilla chips, because that's what I had in mind when I bought it, is something to go with these. So, you know, they don't just sit here and eventually go stale. They were sealed. I just took the clip off before recording the video. So let's try get a little dip on our chip and try them together. You know, I think I got a little too much dip on there because I really didn't get much flavor from the chip at all. I mean, it wasn't a super flavorful chip to begin with. Let's try to get a little bit on there. I think it's less this time. Let's try that. Yeah, that works really well. I mean, I will say the flavor of the pumpkin tortilla chip is kind of lost in the very strong cheesiness of the dip, but this is probably about the most ideal use for it. I kind of suspect any strongly flavored dip is going to have that happen because this is just kind of a subtly flavored thing. It's not super sweet and cinnamony. It's not really super pumpkin-y. So it complements this really well. This would actually make a nice thing next to each other at like a party, at your office party, the office Halloween potluck. Now let's say we got these scary strips here. Let's try them as well. I think ultimately they're not necessary for this, but I've got them and I've introduced them, so I need to at least try them, right? Could make some Halloween nachos maybe. Just some beef or some shredded chicken, some nacho cheese, some black olive sour cream. Let's see. Is there anything special about these? Well, they really don't smell special. They just smell of tortilla chip. There's like nothing extra going on here at all, scent-wise. Let's try a taste. Yep, as I suspected, it just tastes like a Tostitos, which is not a bad thing. If you like Tostitos, they taste like Tostitos. They're just orange-colored Tostitos, dyed with annatto. Let's try them with the dip. They are salty, so these are more of a sweet flavor. These are a salty one. So let's see how that goes with our pumpkin spice dessert dip, because we're mixing salty and sweet here. So this may not be as good. They show like vegetables and pretzels and stuff. So, but pretzels are salty. You put like chocolate on pretzels. So let's try it. You know, honestly, I think the only real difference, taste-wise, eating these two, is texture. These have a different texture than Tostitos. Let me try again with the taste. I guess it maybe is a little sweeter with the pumpkin tortilla chips because they have the cinnamon and sugar on them, and these have salt. Yeah, it's just basically a little less sweet this way than that way. But otherwise, the texture is the big difference. The flavor of the pumpkin spice dessert dip blows out the flavor of either chip anyway. So we have at least found the perfect use, at least I'm going to say it's perfect use because I'm not going to keep really looking probably. The perfect use for our Members Mark pumpkin flavored tortilla chips with the Terra Fina pumpkin spice dessert dip. The Tostito scary strips are entirely unnecessary for this encounter, but they are a thing which exists and you can eat. And if you're wondering about them, now you know that they are just Tostitos tortilla strips, but dyed orange. Still, this is pretty much the best possible solution I could have hoped to find for what to do with these chips. So that's nice. This video is a win. Good job, Terra Fina. I'll have to keep an eye out for you for future dips in the future, as opposed to past dips in the future, because those dips are in the past. But I think that wraps up everything for this video. I hope you found it at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.